Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making this beautiful batwing gown. Okay, so it is actually trendy. I saw it on Instagram and it is beautiful. So this is the calculation. Okay, now the shoulder is 16 divided by 2 gives me 8 plus 22. What is the 22? The 22 is the sleeve length, and you can see it by the wrist of the person. So total shoulder should be 30. Gown length 62 minus 22. What did I minus? The fringe. You can see the fringe at the ending of the gown length. Okay, so let's continue with that calculation. Now I use that both calculation as the measure. The two of them is the measurement you need. Now, first thing first is to fold using your shoulder. The highest calculation there is my shoulder. What do you fold with? You fold with that shoulder calculation. All right. Now I've folded into two in this pattern. First, I marked my shoulder, and the next is my sleeve length. You already know sleeve length to wrist is about 22, 23, at most 25, depending on how tall the person is. So I'm going for 22, okay? So that is what I marked now. Once I've marked that, the next thing I need is my gown length. Okay, now according to the calculation, I have 40 as my gown length. Okay, so I've marked it. All right, so that same gown length, just mark it straight. Okay, now I'm trying to make sure while I rule that it is straight, not slanted. So that is why I measured the two different places. Gown length 40. Once you have done that, you cut. Now this dress is elegant, it's beautiful, and it's very easy to sew. All right, I think it's one of the easiest styles anyway. It does not have lining, nothing, it's just your crepe, all right, or your chiffon, whatever you're using to make it. So let me pin, hold down. Okay, so when I cut, it doesn't move. Next thing is to cut. Yes, where am I cutting? The gown length. Now that is it. I haven't done that. The next thing is I'll just place it and get my back. Okay, place it and cut the next one. Very easy. Now the fabric to be used for this, you can use Ankara, you can use crepe, you can use chiffon, silk, whichever one you choose to use. Now the reason why I've not done anything rather than cut, just like I told you, the two main measurements is the shoulder and the length. That is all. So I'm cutting the back, so I'll have two of them together before working on the neck line. All right, the neck width, the back and front. So having done this, okay, next thing is to mark my neck width, and for me, I'm going for 4. Yes, so guys, the neck width, I'm going for 4. Okay, then my depth will be 2. All right, that is for the back anyway. Neck depth 2. Then I'll curve it, connect it. Now the slanting, I'll slant by 2 inches. The slanting is not compulsory. It's not compulsory you slant the shoulder, right? It's by choice, but I prefer to slant. So I'll be taking out 2 inches. I'll be slanting by 2 inches, sorry. So from the neck width, I connect. Now remember there is band on the neck of this dress, so that is why I increase. So because of the band, I slanted. Because of the band, I widened my neck width. right? So that is it. The next thing is to cut, okay? To cut the neck. Now watch, I'm cutting the two. That two is not actually the neck depth for the front. That is the depth for the back. Alright, but I'm cutting it. Then I'll cut through, slant my shoulder. Remember, the slanting of the shoulder is by choice. You can leave it and just work on your neck. That is all. Once you have done that, we'll take out the back. Okay. Now, where I used marker to mark is actually for me to know my neck width, okay, where it is. Now, that is my back that I took out. Next is my front. I need to work on my front, okay? So having done that, I'll get having done that, so let's cut the front, okay? It's time for us to cut the front. What I'll just do is from the neck width, all right, use my French curve, you know, give it that smooth curving down, okay? I'm using my French curve because of the curve it gives, all right? Now I'm taking out 1 inches. You can take out up to 2 inches. Remember, you still sew band, you know, to read. So, but make sure you have a smooth effect at the neckline. Make sure it is smooth so that when you're joining it from joining the back and the front together, it should fit. So for me, I prefer 1 inches at most or 2, but I'll be going for 1. All right. So let's cut. You can see what I did. All right, that is it. Then let's bring our back and front, place it so you see what it looks like, how it looks like, okay? So this is what you get. Okay, so what you just need to do is join the two shoulders. That is the first job. Join the two shoulders. Once you have done that, the next thing is to create the hole, right, where the belt will pass through. Where the belt will pass through. Then you pin. So how do you do that? Now for me, I would like to go for 10. Sorry, I would like to go for my waist measurement. That is my half length, right? At what point do you give this hole? At your waistline, your half length. From there down or up a little bit, but watch how I would do it in order not for it to be too. So let me shift this, you know, turn it so you see it properly. Now this is it, okay? After you must have joined your shoulder, held the shoulder, the two shoulders, it comes out this way. All right, now you get your tape. determine your waistline. Determine your waistline. It is very crucial. That is my waistline, 16. Yours can be 17, 18. No, I've determined it. Okay, half length. That is my half length. Good. So once you have determined that, you mark your waist measurement. All right. Now imagine it is waist 36. All right. And you divide by 4, it gives you 9. So I'll just mark 9. Okay. So at that point, I know my circle must be within that range. Okay, so I'll just go maybe by 2 inches down, depending on how wide you want the circle to be. But just give it a circle round. Okay, give the circle round. You measure it round. That is 2 inches. I'm just going round it. Okay, so you can extend it if you wish to. All right, but don't extend it towards the waist, towards the center front. Extend it towards the sleeve side, like keep going off. Then with this, you cut through, open the hole, holding the two fabric. Now this area I'm marking will be open. Okay, you can see how it is. You're not sewing it, you're only sewing the shoulder. Okay, and the circle by it. Now once you open that circle, you're opening it not only the front, but you're holding the front and the back to give that circle, to open that circle. Then the next thing is our neck. All right, now you know there's band on the neck. Once you've joined the shoulder, the next thing is to cut out band that is of the same height with your dress. You know, measure your dress round, you know, starting from the front, the fabric, where the fabric ended. All right, that is the gown length. Measure it all round from the neck. Measure both the neck and the other part of the front. Whatever it gives you, add 5 to it and cut your band. When you cut, this is how it looks. Okay, you sew it and you have, it will look this way when you do that. Okay, now the height, the size of your band is by choice.